Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bella Street Academy, home of the BFA Comet and Bobwhite, for tonight's game with visiting Hartford in your BFA Comets. Please remember there's no smoking anywhere. This is especially true with respect to a person's race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ethnic differences, or disability. Any violation of the game or in the stands can result in game stoppages, ejections, or forfeits. Let's work together to ensure a positive, supportive, and healthy learning environment for everyone involved. We hope you enjoy your stay here as our guests. The officials for tonight's game will be Mr. Hagan and Mr. Deso.
Deso's at it again.
I had a sniper take at Deso on that blue line.
Number 40, Nella Ball. On the bench, number 18, Chelsea Stockwell. Also on defense, number 22, Grace Page. At siren, number 3, Madison Byers. Starting at left wing, number 5, Emma Basin. In on right wing, number 14, Sophie Daniel. And the rest of the Hartford hockey team. Now for your storyline for your BFA Comet. Musical at defense, number 7, Jordan Smith. At defense, number 9, Isabella Stewart. At center, number 17, Martin Lynn. On left wing, number 5, Lily Ferraro. And at right wing, number 4, Emma Castor. And the rest of the BFA Comets. You're welcome to please rise and move your hats for the playing international anthem.
There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Collins Prairie Sports Complex. This is Dave Jackson and Joe Severy. Dennis on the camera, bringing you a matchup with the BFA Comets versus the Hartford Hurricanes. A little 2-hour jaunt down the interstate.
Yeah, never a pleasant ride.
Especially on a school bus.
Yeah, it's a little too far.
Yeah. But they came up, they got 12 skaters and a goalie. They're going to run with 2 lines and 3D. They're going to get a lot of ice time, but they're known for that.
They usually have a pretty strong team, too.
Yeah, Butterwood there, number 3, the center. The rink they play out of is named after her grandfather, so I'm sure she's got some...
Sure she has some heritage there.
Yeah, there's some big names I saw from last year's state championship game when they played MVU. This is a state championship for the D2, and they're playing against the runner-up for D1. So it's a good matchup, both sitting at 4th place in their respective divisions. 6-5 for the Comets, 6-2-1 for Hartford.
Yeah, Hartford just traveled up to Highgate there Saturday. Played MVU.
Rory Scheindorfer with an overtime winner. Great job, Rory. Folks, back if you're at home here watching in the game, keep an eye on the referees. We got Mark Diesel on the ice today. Anything can happen with him. A couple blue lines took him out last time. Comets win the draw. We got Stewart with the puck up ice to Castor. Castor's moved up from the blue line to play wing. She did that the other night against the Burlington Colchester. Did quite well. Hartford's coming the other way with a puck. Madison Barwood sends it into the Comet zone. Picked up by Stewart. Coming up, challenged on the boards by Vale.
Nice little poke check by Hartford defenseman 18.
Yeah. Bazin throws it back in. Smith coming up ice with it. Off the boards to Castor. Castor out of the zone with it. Chips off Grace Hayes' stick. Goes the length of the ice, but it's going to be picked up by Lily Ferraro. Great job by Lily getting down ahead of her. Lily still battling behind the net with puck. Looking for some help. Throws it back around the boards. Nobody's there. It's going to be picked up by Hartford. Looks like it was Bazin. Emma throwing it up ice, but Smith throws it back in.
Block shot in front of the net for Hartford.
Another puck at the blue line, but Bazin takes it away from Smith, and she's on her horse, but she's back checked by Grace Frades. Grace beats her to the puck. Or Gabby Frades, excuse me. I'm sorry, Gabby. Grace is at school again. Gabby behind the net with Sophia Daniels. Puck comes back out to Bazin. Bazin throws one into the skates of Frades. Cushion now doing battle with it on a blue line with number 24. I believe that's 24.
22.
22, excuse me. New contacts, Grace Hayes. Cushing backhands it over the blue line to Frades.
That doesn't help when the numbers fold over.
No. Puck is up ice now, number 4. We're looking at, excuse me, that would be 9. Audrey Vale.
Second line out there for Hartford.
Yeah, now we got Hayes with the puck. Off Fitzgerald's stick back to Jillian Matthews. Matthews across ice looking for Parent. Gets past Parent. Sent back this way to Marley Johnson. Marley Johnson and Addie Parent giving chase to the puck back in the zone. Parent's going to pick it up into the corner. Coming behind Hibbert. Throws it over to Matthews. Matthews kicks it up their skate looking for Fitzgerald. Gets past Fitzgerald all the way to the blue line to Moreno. Moreno dumps it back in. Here comes Addie Parent wheeling up ice.
She's got space. Take it.
Looking for Fitzgerald behind her, but tips back to Matthews. Matthews up to Kate Storms. Storms across blue line. Throws one in off a stick. Blocked by Maria Chaput. Goes into the corner. Can be picked up by number 22, Grace Hayes. Grace Hayes looking up ice for number 9. Vale.
Ferraro just picked it up at the blue line.
Castor now popping it past to Emma Bazin in the corner. Bazin taps it back past Ferraro up to Marley Johnson. Shot on net. A little attempted tip by Ferraro. Gets into the corner. Can be picked up by number 14, Daniels. Up ice to Bazin. Across the blue line, Bazin looking. Good pressure by Ferraro, keeping it to the side. Tips over to Meyer again. Meyer coming up ice with it. Off to Castor's stick. Castor's got a couple in front of her, but she takes it all the way in herself. Pressured by Barwood. Behind the net, Castor goes, throws it back out front, just makes it to the blue line. Jillian Matthews throws one in. Bowen stick save to the corner. It's going to be thrown out of the zone by number 14, Sophia Daniels. Going to be picked up by Gabby Frades behind the goal line. Turn, coming back up. Bazin putting pressure on her. She flicks it up the boards, looking to get out of the zone, but thrown back in by Barwood and goes up into the
first whistle, almost 4 minutes into the game.
Puck gets up into the net. Face-off will probably be top of the circle. No, right in the middle. Don't they usually throw a face-off from where they throw it out? Or
no, it depends on where the closest dot is, and she was right there at the People's Trust sign, so I mean, I don't know if that dot's closer than the outside dot, but
Zaloni throws it behind the net. She's still got it, being pressured by Jillian Smith. Jillian Smith turning up the old hot plate there. Puck goes back behind the net. Chatham Brulette gets past Brulette. Throwing in on Hibbard by Zaloni. Hibbard ties it up. Shout out to Chatham Brulette's grandparents. They've made most of the games up here this year, chasing her all over Vermont. Now they've migrated to Florida and enjoying the snow we sent down there.
Yeah, I talked to Chatham's dad the last Burlington Colchester game here, and they were on their way down that weekend, or that day.
Good job there by Callie Cushion getting the puck out of the zone. Gabby Frades right there putting pressure. Puck is inside the Hartford zone briefly. Put back out. Aubrey Vale has it. Throwing off the boards, looking for Moreno. But it's going to be picked up by Brulette. Brulette turns, comes up ice, loses it. Moreno taps it over the side. Going to be thrown back into the zone by Zaloni. Smith up ice, looking for cushion. Frady's off of Moreno's leg. Bounces back over to Stewart. Stewart to Smith. Smith up ice. Great pass to Cushion, but Cushion is covered right there by number 22, Grace Hayes. Now picked up by Brulette. Center ice coming in. Taking it wide. Drop pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking to drop again, but she gets it right back a little bit too far. And we picked up by Daniels for Hartford. Daniels throws it up ice a little too strong. Breaks it all the way down for
Kutcher was making a run for her on the back check.
Michaela's first game back after, since the CBU game. She ran into, well, she didn't hit the goalpost. The other player hit the goalpost, but she must have whipped her neck somehow, had a concussion.
Yeah, that's never pleasant when you have to have a concussion protocol and they have to miss a couple games.
Oh, they blew that net up. They went hard. BFA controls off the face-off, a little scrum. One shot on by Fitzgerald. Puck is being played by Bazin in the corner. Throws it back up, but Fitzgerald takes it, throws it to Jillian Matthews. Matthews taps it down into the corner. Back to Matthews again. She throws it just wide of the net. It's going to be picked up on a sideboard here by Bazin. Taps it past Marley Johnson, but Addie Parent's there to pick it up. Pushes it back in. Fitzgerald, another whip-around shot, but off of defender's leg pads. Grace Hayes. Hartford's coming out of the zone with it. Basin's at center ice now. Dumps it in after she crosses the red line. Bounces behind Hibbert. Played by Matthews. Up ice to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald just pushes it towards the center, but it's going to be kept in by Barwood. Barwood over to Bazin. Nice little quick tip by Bazin.
Tipped off her skate, and then she still got a little shot off.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in that first line with Daniels, Barwood, and Bazin.
Well, when your rink is named after your grandfather or great-grandfather, there's a little history there.
You might have some time on that rink. McGinn on the draw right here.
You think she has a key to it?
She might have a key. Draw back to the point. Puck just softly thrown into the corner by Stockwell. Zaloni coming out of the corner, met by 3 Comets. Puck thrown into this midsection of Hibbert, and she holds on to it. Anna's done a great job. Aaron, my daughter, usually in that, is homesick with a migraine, and Anna has been called on some last-minute substitution, and she's game ready every time.
It's good to get her some game time as coming in as a freshman.
Yeah, she's had some and all her games she's been solid. Done a great job. Stewart up ice to Ferraro. Ferraro get pinched off, but here comes Castor swinging over to pick a loose puck up. There's an arm up. It's going to be a power play for the Comets here. Hibbert coming to
interference.
Yeah. There it is, McGinn. Oh, great job by Bowen.
Nice little toe save.
Good look by Meyer McGinn right there. The puck comes out there in the front. She threw a nice low shot, but Bowen was there with her leg pad. You see what the Comets coming out. They'll come out with their number 1 power play line. It's a work in progress for these girls. You got Frady's, Cushion, Brulette, Smith, and Stewart. Stewart got a big shot from that blue line. Chatham on the draw. She does a great job tying up the other center. Comes back to Jillian Smith. Jillian over to Stewart. Stewart throws one in. Just wide of the
Just
net.
missed Chatham's stick.
Oh, good job by Chatham doing a screen right there. Smith throws one in. Blocked to the corner by Stockwell. Pick back up. Cushion's got it. Looking to get it back to Smith, but Hartford's there. It was number 3 for Hartford, Madison Barwood. Throws a length of the ice, puts it right on Hibbert. Stewart picking it up, pressured by Bazin. Behind the net, she throws it hard around the corner, right up to Frady's, past Frady's, and it gets to center ice.
Puck was on edge, went right between her skate and the boards.
A little bouncing biscuit. Frady's now picking it up, or Smith picking it up ice to Cushion. Again, Cushion offers stick, but she corrals it, backhands it over, but knocked down by Bazin out of the air. Chatham Brulette with it. Up ice into the blue line. She's going to go, nope. Shot go wide. Good poke check right there by number 16, Maria Chaput. Comes back up to Stewart. Stewart throws a soft one in. There it is. Right there off of Bowen's leg pad. And Gabby Brady.
Right to Gabby's stick.
Gabby, you call those the garbage goals, but you know what? There's nothing dirty about it. That was a beautiful position by Frady's. Picks it up, throws it in the net, and I hear a little rumor. She's just a few points away from her brother having to buy her a puppy.
Really?
If she gets so many points, he said the puppy's coming. Gavin's going to buy her a dog, and it's probably going to be a hunting dog, knowing Gavin.
Yeah, but never know. Could be a little German Shepherd.
That's very similar. I go with yours, similar to what we saw in Brunel Colchester. Right at Frady's on the fire post.
That's where you want to be on the power play. When you're on the power play, you want to set up kind of like back door.
Yeah. Here it is, back to the point. Matthews throws one in through a bunch of bodies. The Comets are doing a great job just bodying up in front of Bowen and net. Bowen's, her elbow, when she's standing up tall, her elbows are on the goalpost.
Yeah, she's a tall girl.
It's good use of words because you don't want to say big. Right.
Right, yeah, you don't want to say big.
Tall.
I mean, she's probably a good 16, 18 inches over the crossbar.
Put it this way, I'm on skate stand next to her. I'm going to call her whatever she wants. She towers.
You're going to call anybody anything they want.
She towers over me. And that's not saying much, folks, because I am a solid 5'5", high and wide.
That's if he has 3-inch heels on.
No, 5'6" if I got the good ones. Face off one into the corner, picked up by number 18, Stockwell. Great job again by the Comets, just keeping that puck low. Marley Johnson dipping low into the zone for the pinch.
You got to get out. Got to get out.
Braylon's clearing up, and all clear. Comets can go back in. Comets coming out. Hurricanes are coming out of the corner with it. Stockwell backhands it, but it goes to the blue line, and Marley Johnson throws it back in. Kate Storm's picking it up off the boards, tapping back to Matthews. Matthews throws another one towards the net, hits a skate to the corner. Right to Marley Johnson, who throws another one right there. Great job getting it on net. But the Hartford's doing a great job.
Defense is blocking shots hard.
Yeah. Puck is cleared out of the zone by Moreno. It's going to go.
And I don't even really mean defense, just in general. When they're in the defensive zone, forwards are blocking, defense is blocking. They're not letting those shots through.
Coach Toby Dukon, he used to call the space in front of the crease between the hash the fifth tire. And he says your main goal is to get back to that fifth tire. Everybody gets back and and then defend out. And Hartford's doing that great. Face off one over to Bazin. Bazin throws it up off the boards, and Smith keeps it in, throws it off the pads of Bowen. Caster back to the point to Stewart. Stewart throws one in. Another tip off of Ferraro, but it goes to the corner. Ferraro chases it down, pressured by Stockwell. Ferraro still has it, stops, comes back the other way, throws it to the front of the net. McGinn's right there, but great job by Bazin tying her up. Comes back out to Smith in the blue line. Smith throws it in, but it's intercepted by Barwood. Barwood's coming. Smith takes a fall.
Oh, she blew a tire.
Barwood back into Bazin, but there was Caster coming back from her wing position, back checking in the D with a tip, and it's back up ice from Smith to Ferraro. Ferraro off the Bowen's blocker into the corner. Picked up by Barwood. Good pressure by McGinn. McGinn over to Ferraro. Ferraro, quick shot, just wide behind the net.
McGinn nicked the glove.
Picked up by Stockwell. Off a stick, comes out of the zone, and you got Moreno giving chase to Stewart. Good pressure right there by Moreno. Hibbert trying to get the puck to the corner, but it stays out in front a little bit too long, but there's a Comet to clean it up. Jillian Smith. Now we got Bazin with it. Takes a shot off the top of the circle, goes over the net. In the corner, picked up by Caster. Caster throws it across ice, looking for the Comets got this ghost player that's just supposed to be on the far side of the ice, breaking out of the zone, and the girls are just coming off the wing board throwing it, and they got to hold on to it a second longer to make sure.
Boys.
Make sure they're, I think that's part of their breakout. Make sure you got a jersey over there, and make sure you got a clear pass. I cringe as a goalie, Dad. That goes
especially when it's going across in the center.
Oh, yeah. Length of the ice for Ison comes back down. Chatham is on the draw with Moreno. One by Moreno, but good pressure by Frady's. Push it through. Puck is now cleared by Matthews off the boards of Cushing. Cushing coming in, takes a step around. Great job getting past your foot. Oh! And one more goal goes to a puppy right there. Cushing goes in wide on the right side and then throws it back left. And guess who's there? Number 18. Gabby with Frady's. Gavin, I hope it's a good puppy. Make sure you get papers.
He's down in the corner.
Yeah, he'll be watching tonight. You can always guarantee
is it points or goals?
I think it's points. Well, I think Gabby would rather get with the goals. Apparently. Draw one by Chatham. Barrett back to Johnson. Johnson gets it into the zone. Frady's is right there. And turns
she was trying to, I think she was looking for Callie, but
Zaloni picks it up, goes the other way, tosses one towards Hibbert, goes wide, can be picked up by, Zaloni follows it in, shoulders Matthews out of the way. is still in the puck. Great job by Zaloni. Good hustle. Right now you got pressure in the corner with Vale and Johnson. And now Brulette goes back here to help. She ties Zaloni up. Vale coming out of the puck, backhands it towards the middle, but it's going to be picked up by Marley Johnson. Marley stick handles by one, passes it up. She's still moving. There's Gabby Frady's right there, but it drops back to Cushion. Cushion walks into a wall of blue. There's 3 defenders right there, but it's still in the zone. Hartford turns, comes up ice with it. Puck is on, let me see if I can get the number right. It's hard for me to get these numbers here.
Yeah, I was watching the play.
Number 9, that was cleared out of the zone by Vale and just thrown a little bit too far, goes all the way for icing.
Hartford definitely has a system here. I mean, skating 2 lines, 3D. Their system's coming back to that 5th tire like Ducon used to call it.
Yeah. Draw one back to Stewart. Stewart goes in, a little soft one off the pads. Michaela Kucher back there doing battle with Kate Storms. But here comes Hartford with a puck. Oh, looks like Vale pushing it up ice and Bazin with her. Oh, excuse me, that's Barwood and Bazin. To the side of Hibbard, but it doesn't get to her. Addie Parent now with it, being pressured by Daniels. Stewart just hanging behind, looking for that puck to pop out. Now Stewart's going in to push Daniels to the boards, give Parent a chance. Great teamwork by the Comets right there. Smith come up ice, a little too strong past Storms. It's going to go late for icing. Liked how Parent had Daniels tied up, and then Stewart came in and leaned on Daniels as the bigger body to give Parent a chance. And you can tire someone out pretty fast like that.
You just put them on the board and just hold them there.
Barwood on the draw with Myron McGinn in the Comet zone, blocker side of Hibbard. Won by Barwood to the center, but it's going to be picked up by Stewart. Stewart runs, Ferraro, she runs in a wall of blue right there, top of the hash, gets back behind the Comet zone. There's that beautiful cross-ice pass I love.
That is dangerous.
It makes it all the way to Ferraro. Here she is. She's making a run in. Shot in. We got it.
I think it dinged off the post.
He initially waved no goal, then he readjusted his arms. Great shot by Ferraro coming in. Short side shot. She had an open skater to the right.
McGinn came in and got to pick up the rebound.
Yeah, that's all Ferraro's shot right there, but they're giving it to McGinn. I don't know, what do you think?
I think they're giving it to McGinn. It should be Ferraro.
When you folks
she hit the post. I heard it ding.
You're going to see a recap in the paper tomorrow. I guarantee the coaches correct us to Ferraro. That was a great shot.
Oh, yeah, she did the work.
But good job from McGinn going to that and making sure.
Yeah, you got to follow up.
We have a penalty.
Play until you hear the whistle.
That's right. Penalty going against number 9, Vale. A little collision right here below us. Couldn't quite see it.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Holding, interference.
One arm on his chest.
Oh, a little body contact.
Yeah, it was a thump.
Did you just shut your heated vest off when you did that?
I probably did. I got to turn it back on. Getting soft. Puck back to Smith at the point. Down back to Cushion. Back up to Smith. Smith throws one in low off a couple skates, and here it is. Oh, nice little tip wide, and Frady's was going for the Hattie.
The natural Hattie. Oh, 3 in 1 period.
And another one off a couple bodies. Great job by Hartford knocking a puck down. Sent the length of the ice. Stewart's going to pick it up, being chased by Bazin. Stewart behind the net, coming around. Up ice. Nice pass to Frady's. Frady's wheels. Throws it across ice to Cushion. Cushion at center ice. She's going to go in. Stops at the blue line. Turn around. Here comes Bazin. Picks up the loose puck. Bazin and Ferraro going down the boards. Bazin dumps it in low and chases it hard. That's one thing the Comets aren't chasing after that loose puck, and Bazin could have had that one again. But here comes Chad and Brulette.
Dangerous. Walking out in front.
Skating right out in front of your goalie like that when you got the whole zone.
I don't know if the Comets are tired or what, but they're really not moving towards the puck right now.
No, Emma Bazin's able to keep the puck inside the blue line all by herself right now against 5 Comets. So Comets have got to get poised again, possess the puck.
Icing.
Icing on your own power play.
I would hate that for a coach.
You think you might hear something about that in the locker room. We got...
we got a penalty.
It looks like we got Isabel Stewart. She, I don't know, Dallas, if you've taught her, but she's averaging 1 a game. Well, Chatham and Isabel
Must be
we
leading.
played a lot of hockey together. Draw to Hibbard's right. Pushed through by
So a little 4-on-4 action for 1:30.
Riley Johnson looking up center of the ice, looking for Farrar, but it gets past her all the way to the blue line, but out by Hayes, and Hayes throws it in and had to touch up. Good job by Riley Johnson. Tip it past Moreno, but it's pushed back in by Stockwell. Here comes Farrar with the puck, going down wide, trying to get past Hayes, but Hayes does a great job holding along the boards there. Puck thrown back up the boards. Picked up by Jillian Matthews, throws it wide in front of the net. Cleared again by Hartford, but it's going to be icing because it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, Hartford didn't realize it was 4-on-4 for some reason. That would have been Hayes.
Doing math like me. 1 minute left in the first period, folks, and then immediately following the completion of this period, I will reach out to our sponsors. Give a shout out. Parent pushes it into the corner, or Barwood, I should say, won that face-off back to the corner, but it comes out to Storm. Storm throws one high for the fourth goal of the game. Great job. Puck in the corner, a little pressure by the Comets. It comes out to the center of the net, and there was Kate Storms.
If I would say that was a perfect pass by Hartford on Storm stick.
I would say that was, this one.
I feel bad, but that thing was right on.
Why you don't throw the puck up the middle in front of your goalie.
That's right.
Up the boards, go high off the glass. Great job, Kate Storms. Ripping it. Face off won by the ref right there. Picked up by Barwood. Barwood goes into the Comet zone. Throws it past Matthews and chases it to the corner.
Hartford's on the power play now.
Oh, great attempt right there, but Kate Storms is in the way just enough, and Marley Johnson's keeping it pushed to the side. Bazin throws it back down low. Zaloni giving a chase.
Parent going in the corner.
Zaloni putting pressure on Parent. Parent comes out of the corner of the puck, throws her out to Storms, streaking out of the zone, and here comes Storms. She's got one girl to beat, and she gets around her, takes a shot wide. Bowen holds on to it for the whistle. 19.8 seconds left. Kate Storm's got a little taste for offensiveness right here.
She's got some speed on her tonight.
Yeah. Well, she like she did the other night against CVU, she was faster than the puck. That was her only problem. The ice was grabbing the puck.
Yeah.
But as soon as she gets a little open air, she takes off. The threes face off. Brulette and Barnwood.
Barnwood home run.
Oh yeah. It's great play, but Caster's all over it. Follows back with her. Brulette coming across the blue line, keeping it in, but she's met by two Hurricanes. Going to be throwing the length of the ice. And it's icing. One ref waving it off. I don't think he really. And I could count on him knowing how to count.
Are you sure?
Sometimes.
I mean, if it's a little quicker on the clock, it would have just ran
He
out.
could tell you why a six-pack was called a six-pack. Okay, here we go. The Comets jump all over Hartford right there in the first period. 4 unanswered goals. It's a big difference when you're throwing 3 lines.
Versus 2 and 3 defensemen.
And it's just the first period, and I saw Hartford against MVU.
But the thing is Hartford didn't really. I don't think their legs are here. I mean, not yet. They just had a 2-hour-plus bus ride up here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the second period we're going to see a different Hartford team for our speed goes.
Based on what I saw, the only time I saw them other than today, last year they played the Comets earlier in the season, but in the championship game against MVU at the Gut, they kind of let MVU hang around a little longer. They played their game. They didn't rush. They didn't get too wound up.
Right.
But in the third period, they owned the rink.
Yeah.
They really took over.
You know, I think you're going to see a different Hartford team this second period.
Yeah, the coaches are all going to make some adjustments. Before we take a little break here, I want to reach out and acknowledge our sponsors, and let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, and St. Albans East Fairfield location. You get Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. And if your business would like to be added To help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details. northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. Two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. And if you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always just call or text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. So, Joe, how many points do you think we're going to see out of Freight Train Gabby Frates tonight? The way she's starting out right now.
I don't know. I'm guessing you probably got at least one more goal out of her and probably a couple assists. Call it a 5-point night.
5-point night for her. So, Gavin, I'm pretty sure. I think I heard it. I was just eavesdropping on the parents talking. I think she was only 7 points away before the Burlington-Colchester game. So I think you might have to leave between the second and third period and go get that puppy. But I just send us a pic. We want to see how cute this little dog is.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be a little mini dog.
Yeah. I don't know. If Gavin's picking it out, it could have a little bit longer legs.
I don't think so.
He's going to want one that can sniff out the deer after they...
Well, Gabby's not a bad deer hunter herself.
No, they both get a lot. They keep the freezer full. Mom was complaining she didn't know what to do with the rest of it, and I just kind of kept pointing at myself.
She didn't give you any, did she?
I didn't really point aggressively enough. I think we can redress that issue. But,
yeah.
But anyway, folks, got a great job. The Comets are really starting to get a nose for the net, and let's see what they can do the next period. Let's see what kind of adjustments the Hartford Hurricanes make. They've got some talent on that side of the ice, and it's only a matter of time before they get one.
I think you're going to see a little faster legs out of Hartford in the second period.
Yeah, you got to that first line is just dangerous, and the second line too when they pop out. I mean, very strong.
Well, I never really had to travel 2 hours for a high school game. As the farthest we usually traveled was Barrie.
Your group right now, they almost have a weeknight, middle of the weeknight game, and it's in
MVU's in Brattleboro.
Manchester.
MVU's in Brattleboro tonight. BFA boys are in Rutland.
So it's a Wednesday night, MVU goes to Brattleboro. And usually they go to Manchester for Burton games on a Wednesday night too. I
think the MVU girls are in Hartford, so they got to be playing in Waterbury.
And we did our Hanover tournament earlier in the year. That was a good haul. And then we'll do, we got Spalding this Saturday, and then I believe we make a run to Middlebury. And that's it. And we've had a really close schedule. Burlington and St. Albans is where we will
Yeah. Yeah, no, the farthest I ever played was Spalding in high school. We didn't go, but back then we had 9 teams in D1 or 8 teams in D1, and that's all you played. You played a couple out-of-state teams, but you played your division twice.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like when the girls hockey programs started out with 9 teams in D1. Rutland, South Burlington, ended up folding because of lack of players. So now we're down to 8 teams in D1.
Yeah, because that Monday night game against, that wasn't on the schedule.
That is we had to add that game
because of South Burlington.
2 games we lost to South Burlington. So we picked up Rice. We played them earlier this year at home to make up for our home game versus South Burlington, and then our away game was Monday night, against Burlington Colchester. And you want to play the better team so you get better. But when I saw that one come up on the schedule, I'm like, it's like, I'll wrestle that grizzly bear. And that's just a tough
I was here when they played Burlington Colchester here. That was a Wednesday?
That was a Wednesday, yeah.
You were out sick, and I was scared to do it by myself. Got bashful on that. And it was a back and forth game for quite a while. They snuck one in. I think your daughter would like to have that first one back that went in on her because it literally snuck in on her. It was like the goal last night between the Canadians and the Lightning.
Is that a pro team?
Yeah.
The Canadians?
Yeah. Hey, guess what place the Canadians are in right now?
I don't know who you're talking about. I've never
They're doing better than the Bruins right now.
Well, it's early. I mean,
they're the best team in the league right now since December.
I really don't like it when the Bruins do well, because whenever they do really well,
they suck in the playoffs.
And it's just not a good feeling. Right now, though, I'm going to go on the record, and Jamie Rossi, if you're watching this game, which I don't know why you would, but you could just for scouting reasons, but I think you're playing possum with that Burlington-Colchester group, because that team is a very talented team, and it just doesn't seem like they're firing on all their cylinders. And he's the type of coach that can lift the hood and get all those cylinders popping.
Yeah, I think, when they played here, I think it was a very tight game, but Burlington-Colchester / South Burlington / Milton kind of stepped it up a little bit in the second period, and that's when they popped one in, and it was actually a South Burlington girl that scored that first goal that night.
Hadia.
She was still wearing the South Burlington bandana. That's the only reason why I knew.
Well, she's got all her colors matching last night.
Yeah.
Hadia likes to match, and she had some shots, but they did a great job, the defense, keeping her outside the hash and keeping her wide. She's a very talented player, but she doesn't like contact, and the girls were not giving her. She couldn't follow through in her shots without hitting the Comet with her hands.
Right.
They were tight to her.
And I feel like that's what the Comets are doing tonight against Hartford. They're getting in tight with them, so their shots, they had maybe 4 shots?
Yeah, I'd say right about 4 shots. But with the Comets having so many defensive girls learning to play forward, they're struggling to get to the other net because they didn't know how, but they knew how to defend in front of our net. The only qualms you'll see in front of our net, and you will ask any of the goalies, is sometimes there's too many of them trying to play defense in front, and the goalies can't see the shots.
Right, you get screened by your own players.
When you've got that many girls back, you got to start making your challenge at top of the circle.
And I think that's why they're trying to do that cross-ice center pass on that breakout, because they're trying to hit one of the girls coming from the hash marks out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can envision what they're doing. Still don't like it.
I don't think anybody's going to like it.
A good team, like Burlington-Colchester was doing it last night. They were
jumping in on it.
Jumping in on that pass. Yeah. And our girls doing a great job getting the puck up. They weren't throwing it flat on the ice. There's only 1 or 2 that stayed on the ice. The rest they were kind of lobbing like a nice sauce pass across to the other the other player. And they're doing a great job, because here's your problem when you try to jump in on that pass. If you don't get it, you've got someone that's got
you got wheels that are going, and now but if you time it right and you're used to seeing this play consistently, that BFA is doing right now with that cross ice in front of your net pass, you can time that pretty quickly and get used to it and jump on that puck if you're a defenseman.
Yeah, it's all about timing and all about what you can read and what you're willing to give up on that attempt.
But still, I wouldn't want to do it.
I gotta tell you, I can't help but feel the warmth around my neck. I got a scarf that my son's roommate from Kathmandu in Nepal brought me. It's just below Mount Everest, so I feel like I can almost climb Everest and probably climatize. The thing is,
are you sure you'll be able to climb it?
Why? They got helicopters.
Is that to get you down?
Oh no, I just bounce. You gotta see me come down the hill. I'm built for coming down, not built for going up.
Oh, so you need the helicopter to bring you up so you can come down?
Yeah, and I'll just bounce all the way down. We was wobbles, folks. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
We got our one last pass here, and he's gonna do a little C-hook off the ice, and our girls will be out here. And
he missed one spot.
Oh, he'll pick that up on a C-hook. This gentleman right here is one talented ice resurfacer.
Ryan?
Oh, he does a great job. Very rarely. You watch the little wet spots you see here, it'll be gone momentarily.
So we went to Saranac Lake this past weekend for my daughter's hockey. Played over where Paul Smith's club team plays in Saranac Lake, that new facility. Well, updated. They updated in 2022, I think it was. The Zamboni runs off GPS.
Really? Kind of like the old John Deere combines.
And so it tells the operator exactly how much he's cutting, and it'll keep it at that. And if he doesn't want to cut any, he just hits a button, and it just cleans it.
You want to make some money. You figure out how to put that device on my fork when I eat. You think of the dietitians out there.
Are you thinking that, or are you thinking autopilot?
No, I want to maybe cut it back a little bit, because I got the autopilot down. I don't need any problem getting.
Yeah, but if you have the autopilot, you can say 4 forks full and then shut off.
That fork's got to run and hide in the closet, because if it's still there, I'm going to put food on it. Awful thing, folks, to talk about that. When you're my age, you got to start taking care.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I'm not your age yet, but
a friend of mine went to the doctors. He's older than I am, you know, and he's 60s, and the doctor said you got to quit drinking, or cut back your drinking, cut back on chewing tobacco, stay away from the ice cream. And he says, Doc, he says, thanks for that advice, but how much more time will that give me? Doc thought and said, probably about 5 years. And my friend just thought about it a little bit longer, and he says, you know what? I'm good. I'm good.
Why would I want the extra 5 years?
Know, it's just, he feels in his, you know, it's just not worth it. He's going to keep living his life. But
yeah, you know, you look at the crowd right now, and we don't have a whole lot of fan base here on a Wednesday night with as cold as it's been.
Look at this, Anna Hibbard. God bless her. She's doing a freshman move. She's skating right in.
Grabbing the net, putting the net in place.
Grabbing the net out of the Hartford warm-up circle, skating around them to set her net up. Oh, she's ready to play. She's come to play hockey, that girl.
Oh, Hartford's even helping her with the pegs and whatnot.
Look at that. That would be,
oh, here comes Duso.
Zoe Zaloni. Come on, Deuce. Come on, Mark. Do your job. Go down there, set that net.
They did have to work for you.
Mark's been at this rink all day, I bet. He works here all day.
I was going to say, he probably came to work today.
Yeah, he probably you know, punched in this morning around 7, 8 o'clock. Probably went over to a Subway there across the road. Come back and lace his skates up and do a hockey game.
Well, Subway's healthy for you, they say. They say.
Who's that?
Well, you hear it all the time on TV. Eat healthy. Have Subway. Fresh.
It worked for Jared until he got arrested.
All right, so we got Gabby, Boulette, and Cushing starting.
It looks, Fraze is staring at that center dot.
Yeah, I think Boulette, they moved Boulette back to D for the 21 seconds of penalty kill they got to do.
And they'll pop out of the box. Stewart coming out of the box, go right on the ice probably. Picked up by Bazin up ice to Barwood inside the Comet zone, throws one soft on Hibbard. Hibbard's holding onto it. A little skip upper stick into her leg pads. 9 seconds left on a penalty to number 9.
Do you think we're looking for the home run pass once?
They're going to set that home run pass up. A lot of teams have been
once
trying
Stewart hits the ice.
She's going right to the defensive zone if that puck's there. To the blue line, 22 throws it in. A bouncing body's kind of tough one to handle, but it goes past Hibbert to the corner. Bazin put pressure on Frady's. A hard shot into her body. Here she comes. Little curl at the red line. Here goes Stewart. It's going to be icing. You almost had that call.
I almost had that call. If she didn't make that little hook to the red line, I would have had it.
That would have made you probably the smartest ever I know. But you're only competing against, a couple others. I'm not counting Deb. She's over it now, so I mean, she's pretty smart.
Yeah,
now.
she needs glasses, and I think she needs a walker.
No, I think that would hurt their marriage if she had glasses. Face off, kind of push back past Chaput, and Storms gets past her.
Yeah, I think Storm thought it was offsides, but it wasn't.
Played it.
She could have played it.
There's a little pinch in right there done by Stewart. Great job. Now Stewart's in the corner with the puck. Fitzgerald drops back to cover her.
Oh. Nope, no arms.
No call. Moreno with a little, just trying to play the puck, took Stewart's legs out. Nah, I wouldn't say aggressive. Here comes Vale into the corner. Backhands it out to Zaloni. Gets up to the point. Soft push back into the zone. Great job by Stewart right there tying up Vale.
Poked it off over to the corner.
In the corner now. Puck comes back out to Stewart in front. She's going to go off the boards. Kate Storm is going to take off.
No.
She waited a little long. She would have gone on her jet set off.
Yeah, if she took off as soon as she hit the BFA blue line, she would have been good to go.
It was a good idea, but Stewart, I think...
if I was the ref, especially Dusa, I would have waved it off. Hartford stopped playing the puck.
And, the game goes by faster. You get home earlier.
Right.
It's a Chris Spears move right there.
It's a lot of refs moves this year.
Puck one back. Bazin takes a shot, goes wide of the net. In the sideboards here is Daniels. Goes to Bazin. Bazin throws a hard one in, but Addy kicks it to the corner. Hibbert kicks it to the corner. Comes back up to the blue line. Briarwood throwing one in, but blocked by McGinn. Picked up by Castor. Castor wheels past Briarwood. Head down. She's got to look up a little bit. It's the one thing when she's moved up to the wing here. She's got to get that head up and look forward.
Yeah, that's a learning curve. You're used to playing defense a certain way, and now you're playing forward.
Johnson lets it go past her. It's going to be picked up by Bazin. Bazin throws it back around the net looking for Daniels, but it gets past Daniels and going to be picked up by Ferraro. Ferraro comes out of the zone, but it's going to be picked up by Briarwood.
Just rolled off her stick.
Bazin back in the zone. Top circle, throws one in just past Hibbard, hits the backboard behind the net. Daniels throws it back around, but it's going to be picked up by Matthews. Matthews going to go upboard looking for Castor. Off Castor's stick to the blue line. Hibbard stops it, pushes it over to Marley Johnson. Johnson back up the boards. Here's Castor battling out with Chaput, but it comes out of the zone. Here comes Ferraro. Ferraro gets challenged by Chaput, goes to the corner, throws it out across Bowen, across the zone, but there's Chatham Brulette wheeling with the puck, steps back out, trying to throw one in, but great pressure by Stockwell to keep Brulette from getting the shot off. Puck pushed over to Cushion. Cushion going in the corner, getting past Stockwell. Behind the net with it, she's got Frady's out front. Brulette out front. Cushion going all the way up. Throws it over Miley Johnson. Blue line. Johnson throws one in, but it bounces off Stockwell into the corner. Going to be picked up by Brulette, but taken off Brulett's stick by Chaput.
Chaput gave it a little hook.
Got a couple bodies there meeting up, and puck comes out. Pushed across the front by Cushion. It's going to be picked up by Stewart, who dives in low behind the net now.
Are they looking for Gabby?
Frady's right there on the side, throws one in off the side of the net. Behind the net now, Frady's with it to Cushion. Cushion's back to the blue line with it. Drops it, looking for Stewart. Dangerous, but it works. Stewart takes one in off the block of the Bowen into the corner. Pressured by Daniels. Stewart stays down low, throws it around to Miley Johnson, who's down low. Both defensemen are below the goal line. Stewart now comes back up. Puck comes around to Frady's covering for Johnson on the blue line. Now Frady's dives back in as Johnson reclaims the blue line. Johnson's on the hash.
Kind of circle.
Well, that's what they play. Here's a nice chance right there for Brulette. Great job right there by Chaput keeping her tied up. Puck comes to Stewart at the blue line. Skates in, throws one through a body, hits off Brulette. There it is. Cushion picking up a rebound. Another little garbage goal and sliding past Bowen. Great job. Stewart.
That line worked. All five of those players worked hard that shift.
Stewart was patient. Her shot, I felt, was a little higher than it should have. It went past Chatham's waistline, but Bowen had no idea where it was.
I think it actually hit a couple players, and I think even Gabby got a piece of it, knocked it over to Cushing, and Cushing put it in.
Yeah, and great job picking that loose puck up and burying it.
But that was good work. The Comets kept good pressure on that time.
Moreno wins the face-off. Now it's brought in by Zaloni, going into the corner with some speed. Zaloni throws it around the net. It's going to be picked up by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald and Parent, but it goes back behind the net. Now Parent wheels, comes back the other way. Up ice, she hits Storms at the blue line. Storms coming across the red line with it. She's going to get tied up at the Hartford blue line. Great job by Hartford holding her up.
Parent just dumped it back in.
Hayes tried coming out with it, but Parent was there. Parent's another. She's playing really well on the puck. Storms challenges and picks the puck up behind the net. Throws it out to Parent on the blue line. Parent stepping around, number 19. Oh, Zaloni.
They're looking for Parent. A little give and go.
Puck's coming back, and Stewart's chasing it back into the zone. Chased by Vale. Vale and Zaloni. She stops, heads back the other way, comes up ice with it along the boards to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's trying to get past Hayes, then turns around, goes across the center ice, steps past Zaloni. Gets in across the blue line. Met by Chaput, kept wide. Puck is behind.
She's staying after though.
Oh yeah, the puck is now down low, and there's Stewart, one of the Comet defensemen, already into the goal line, pinching low. Very aggressive.
Well, I think it was just really Fitzgerald and Stewart down low, so she just kept going with the play for support.
Puck comes back, Jillian Smith, soft shot towards the net, but it's going to be kicked back out by Chaput. Turned around off a stick of Zaloni, head back in. Now it's Stewart at the blue line, throws one in. Bowen kicks it to the side over to Chaput. Chaput up the boards to Jillian Smith, stepping in. Off a light pad. Had an opportunity right there for Bazin if she could have turned and picked that puck up, but McGinn was there to help clean it up. Bazin throws a loose puck into the zone. Smith picks it up and throws it right back out.
Yeah, not to anybody.
Chaput right there, the red line, throws it across ice to Daniels. Daniels gets it into the zone. Jillian Smith is going to pick it up behind the net, pressured by Bazin. Smith goes back the other way to Marley Johnson. Marley Johnson pressured by Daniels. Johnson trying to skate it out, but she backhands it up to the blue line. Hartford pinched in Stockwell, but it got past her and came out. Hayes trying to cross in, but I believe we had offsides on Sophia Daniels.
All right, here comes the first line. Well, call it the second line tonight. They didn't start.
That's a long shift right there in blue, though. Those girls have been out there for a while. And that's a tough group to have a late shift with. Because Chatham is going to play hard, aggressive, and she's going to be in your grill. Puck is sent all the way back down by Barwood.
She skates way better than her father ever did, I feel like.
It helps when you don't have that little runner in front of you. Here comes Julia Matthews up ice. Callie Cushing calling for it. Matthews is still skating. No real passing lane from Matthews to Cushing, though.
And Matthews did the right thing. Held on to it, tried to get it in the zone, then tried to make that pass.
Puck is sent the other way by Hartford. Going to be icing. Yeah, Jillian looked up. She could hear Callie, but there is too many blue jerseys.
You can't get that. You can't make that pass if you got too many blue jerseys in between you guys.
That's what I like to hear, Joe. Because in our own defensive zone, it doesn't matter. It's coming.
Yeah, that was a smart play. Oh, we got a goalie change.
Anna Hibbert is coming out of the net, and we have got Lily Desatel.
Number 1, Lily Desatel.
7:56 in the second period. Good job at Brulette when I don't know if she wins or loses the face-off, but no one goes anywhere.
Yeah, she ties the center up, make sure that center doesn't get the puck.
Yeah, there's a lot of strength coming in.
Gabby just had a nice shot between two defensemen legs. Nice save by the goalie.
Another great job by Matthews. Pitch it in low on the hash, keeping the puck in the Hartford zone. Finally gets cleared out by Vale. Picked up by Matthews, thrown over to Johnson. Johnson crosses the red line, throws it deep. It's going to be picked up by Stockwell behind the net, but pressured by Cushing. Now Frady's in the corner, throws it to the front. Comes off a leg. It's going to be picked up by number 19, Zoe Zaloni. Bringing it all the way in, throws one in from just inside the blue line. Right there on our sideboard, hard to see, but looks like Vale dumped it back deep. Brulette picks it up, pressured by Zaloni. Brulette goes down. Matthews now picks up the puck, coming up ice. Looking for Cushing again. This one goes behind Cushing off the boards. No icing as it was touched up. 18 coming around the boards with it. Stockwell up ice as the Comets change. She has some room. Throws it up looking for Zaloni. Gets off Zaloni's stick to Marley Johnson. Johnson turns and just throws it back up ice. Looking for Farrell. She should have hold on to that, or Storms. Hold on to that a little bit longer. She had some action on this side.
Yeah,
of the
it would have been all open over here.
Yeah. Now, Stewart with it, coming out of the puck, fakes a pass and turns the other way. Great job. She's coming up ice. She's carrying all the way into the blue line. Gets a little stick on her slow up, but she's still skating. And she's got Fitzgerald right in front of the net. Backhand Stewart. It is a beautiful pass. Stewart goes deep, drawing a lot of attention. Backhands to Fitzgerald sitting at the top of the circle, and one touches it in the net for the 6th goal of the game.
You want to know what the plus side of that was for Fitzgerald? She had her stick on the ice ready for that pass.
Yeah. Yeah, plus there was a goal, which is a plus. But good eyes, Joe. No, but she didn't force away. She kind of migrated in, kept looking for open ice, and she was right where she needed to be. Great job, Raylan. And Isabel Stewart up ice now. His Fitzgerald at the blue line, tips it in. Pressured by 22 Hayes. Hayes takes it from Fitzgerald. She's in the corner with it, but Fitzgerald's right there and joined by Parent. Puck is thrown up. Going to be pulled out by Barwood. Barwood's got a little bit of wheels, but Storms is right there, keeping her wide. Puck is dumped in. Jillian Smith picks it up. Backhands it up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to tap it past Hayes. Hayes doing a great job holding it in. Daniels now with it. Wheels around Ferraro, looking to make a move. Not Stewart, excuse me. Stewart was too strong. Comes out. Storms throws it down into the Hartford zone. They throw it back out, and Bazin has it now at the red line, and she dumps it into the Comet zone. They have 0 scouting report right now, Hartford, on our third goalie in net today here. So we'll see. Jillian Smith crosses the blue line, gets it in deep.
A little tie up on the hands.
Good job by Hartford keeping her wide. No chance to get to the net. They're throwing around up the boards, but it's being kept in by Stewart. Stewart steps around, Daniels, met by Barwood. She pushes it in. Stewart just throws Barwood's stick about 30 feet. It's at center ice right now. Smith with a soft shot wide of the net. Ferraro giving chase, pressured by Hayes. Ferraro comes out, hits McGinn. McGinn just whiffs on a little bit, but still heads towards the net, but a little wide. Ferraro picks it up again. She's going to give it Meyer one more shot. Meyer whips a hard shot. No whiff there, but just missed the net. Now Stewart pinches in again below the hash. Now she's below the goal line with it. Taps it off the boards, looking for a pass to herself, but McGinn's there to take it. Throws it in deep.
Oh, we got a penalty.
Emma Castor getting tied up with Barwood in front of the net.
Yeah, BFA just got a penalty.
Yeah, Barwood had no stick, so she
was just putting the body on in front, waiting for someone to retaliate.
I will have to go back and rewatch. Because Stewart was here on the sideboards and her and Barwood got tied up, and all of a sudden you see Barwood like this, her hands out wide, and
there goes the stick.
Stick almost made it eye level for us up here in the booth as it comes out of the zone. Face-off's going to be all the way down to the blocker side of Lily Desatel. It's good to see Lily get some game time.
We got Gabby, Cushing.
Fraze Morano on the draw. Morano
Johnson out.
Morano over to Zaloni. Zaloni's sitting on the sideboard with it. Throws it back up to the Stockwell. Stockwell just tosses it softly into the zone, but goes wide of the net. Cushing picks it up and just sends it the other way. It's going to go in behind Bowen. Nella. Picked up by Stockwell, but she loses the edge and goes down. And here comes Fraze with it in front of the net. Oh! That was a puck whisper over the top bar. Comes all the way back up. Miley Johnson throws it in deep. Cushion back behind the net with Stockwell. Stockwell turns, heads the other way, throws it up ice to Zaloni. Pulled off her stick by Miley Johnson, pinching in low, really low for being on a penalty kill. Puck comes all the way out. Jillian Matthews picks it up, steps inside the red line, and throws it all the way back around. It's going to come way around the boards, halfway up to Zaloni. Zaloni turns, throws it this way, looking for Vale. Gets past Vale to Matthews, who sends it back in. Now it's picked up by number 22, Hayes. Hayes bounces off the boards to herself, crosses into the zone, throws it into Matthews' body. Offsides.
Offsides.
46 seconds left to the penalty.
Hartford went in for the line change.
Stewart and Jillian Smith coming out for the Comets with
Chatham and Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. 4 hard workers right there. Stewart with the puck off the draw. Throws it across ice. Fitzgerald putting pressure on Chaput. Chaput bangs it off the boards looking for Bazin. Bazin's there to pick it up, but Fitzgerald just ties her up enough, and Brulette steps in, picks up the loose puck, trying to step into the center, but great job by Barwood and Stockwell keeping her, or Chaput, keeping her out of the danger zone. Puck now behind the net, coming up by Hartford.
They're looking for the home run pass.
Yeah, they're calling for it. Barwood's going long, and Stockwell just couldn't get it to her. Soft pass coming off of Hayes' stick, and intercepted by Brulette, thrown back. Good job to get that shot off as Moreno was sneaking in, Daniel was sneaking in behind Stewart. Barwood now fighting for the puck, gets it, cross red line, just throws it in. Going to be picked up by Daniels on the far board.
Castor just came out of the box.
Yeah, and then it's who has the puck. Castor just swinging up ice with the puck.
Go wide.
Taking a wide around Hayes. Nobody with her, goes in front of the net and runs out of room. Hartford comes out, Bazin with the puck now. Pressured by Parent. Good job, Parent, on the back check, Addy. Jillian Smith now has the puck, readjusts, throws it out of the zone. Bazin has to clear. Now Hartford's cleared up. Puck is out of the zone. Castor has it. Pushes it back to Stewart. Stewart across ice to Smith. Smith looking up ice for Storms, but hits Parent's skate. Picked up by Bazin, going the other way with it. Desatel sticks it to the corner.
Minute 30 left in the second period.
Stewart throws it around the boards. She's got Storms. Storm's going to pick it up off the boards on her backhand. She's got Castor in the middle.
There's a little hook.
Bazin with a soft hook, if that. Puck comes loose, comes over to Stewart. Stewart off the boards looking for Castor. Castor backhands it towards Parent, but it's picked up by Bazin into the blue line. The Comets throws a soft one on towards Lily, but intercepted by Jillian Smith. Jillian backhands it to Stewart. A little bit too far, and picked up by Hayes. Hayes throws a hard one. Almost went off a skate and redirect towards Desatel, but comes out of the zone. Hayes has it again. Runs into a body called Emma Castor. Puck gets deposited in the calm zone, picked up by Stewart. She throws it across.
Not out.
Not out, picked up by Hartford. Comes in top circle, throws a high shot, 40 seconds left. Comets have got to clear the zone. They're spending way too much time here. Parents got it and tries to get it through, but Hayes is there again. Throws one in on Lily. Lily covers up for the whistle. 29.8 seconds left. Draw's going to be to Lily Desatel's left side, above hand. Comets coming out with Matthews, Johnson, Marley for the D, McGinn, Ferraro, and Frady's. A little bit different configuration on the line. Comets with a 6-0 lead right now. Puck was just drawn and stalled there, but it gets kicked back to the blue line and thrown in by Stockwell into a bunch of bodies. It clears the zone. Good job by Ferraro and McGinn putting pressure, keeping it down low into the Hartford zone. But here comes number 44 for Hartford, Moreno. Moreno backhands it out. Jillian Matthews picks it up, looking for McGinn, but off McGinn stick to Frady's. Frady's in with speed, coming down, throws one towards Nellie Bowen. Glove save.
1.8 seconds left.
1.8 seconds.
I can hear the coaches say that.
Mark waving to us? Or
No, I think he's just got his arm out.
just telling people not to come off.
Yeah.
Stage. I thought he's being polite.
Yeah, I don't think he's waving to you. Maybe he wants to, but
He's a professional. Draw one, but Frady just throws it towards net, goes wide. Before we get rolling here, Comets have 6-0 lead after 2. Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear.
Hartford, number 40, now allowing 6 for a team total of 15.
15 saves so far for Hartford.
31, Anna Himmert, 4 for a team total of 8. And for number 1, Lily Desatel, 2 for a team total of 10.
2 saves for Lily and 4 for Anna this period. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch, Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield location, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details at northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The 2 organizations have been working to prevent suicide death in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554, then press 1. We can always just call or text 988. One call or text or chat can save a life. Well, Joe, what do you think? After 2 periods, Comets, what are you seeing as a difference from the last few games you've watched them play?
I think they're more on the puck, putting very good pressure on in the offensive zone. Tonight's game, defense is stepping in, stepping up, holding that blue line hard. I mean, that period alone, Stewart was below the goal line multiple times.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a very good job containing and sustaining pressure in the offensive zone versus the last couple games I've watched. Defensive end, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Hartford, but Hartford hasn't set really anything except for maybe the first 2 minutes of that second period. They really had some sustainable pressure in in Comets' defensive zone, but the transition's still good. The neutral zone, Comets are owning the neutral zone for the most part. There's been a couple of errant passes that period where could have sent a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-1 or a breakaway, but it just missed passes.
Yeah, the passes that the Comets were making earlier in the year that made me sound like a tire losing air have really diminished. They're taking care of it a little bit better.
I think they're especially with having a young team like this, they're holding on and staying poised with the puck on their sticks. They're not, these freshmen now have game experience, so now they're more settled into what they expect to see during a game. Hartford's not a super fast team with only throwing 2 lines at you with 3D. Those girls are starting to show some wear, especially in that second period. But, like the likes when they play Essex, Burlington Colchester, that Rice team, those freshmen now have game experience, so now they're more poised with that puck, and they're not just throwing it away and getting rid of it because they don't know what to do with it.
The team that's going to put a lot of physical pressure and presence on the ice is Essex. They will skate 3 lines, and they will put a body on you most of the game. You're going to feel you will feel them around. Where they lack in offensive skill, their defensive coverage is very strong.
Well, it don't help. I mean, it helps Essex, but it don't help anyone they play when you have Senecal on the point.
Taylor, great player, but in my opinion, I've seen her play for years, a lot of different teams. It looks like she's still trying to find her fit out there. And when she wants to take off,
I think watching her play for Essex is then different than watching her play with one of those clubs teams that she plays with.
Yes.
Or even Team USA 2 years ago.
When she's out in high school hockey in Vermont, it's congested.
Right.
When she's playing a high-level hockey with Team USA or like the
Little Caesars
out in Detroit, there's a lot more space on the ice to create and do things. It's a faster game.
And I think that's where she strives from.
Yeah.
I mean, well, did she sign commitment to Colgate or Clarkson?
Colgate. That was about a year ago, and so it's gonna be a big adjustment for her. I think she hasn't had a lot of time in a school structure. She's been in a lot of homeschooling,
right?
A lot of hockey training, and I'm sure you play Division I sports. You're going to be doing a lot of athletic training anyway, and you're going to have a lot of tutors.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be exciting to see her at the next level.
Right.
I haven't watched any of Bree Jarvis's games at St. Mike's. But it sounds like she's taken that and ran with it, and she's doing well. I've talked to her parents a little bit about it. Not much, but a little bit.
Jody Flanagan as well, same deal. Playing down there with Bree at St. Mike's.
Yep.
Got the game winner the other night. Great talent. You can make that next level, but it takes a commitment.
Yeah, and it takes a learning curve too to adapt your game to a little faster pace at the collegiate level. It doesn't matter if it's hockey, soccer, football, basketball. At that next level, it's a little bit faster. So now you got to retrain your brain to do things a little bit differently, to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, my son stepped out of a D3 high school soccer state champion for Enosburg, goes into club soccer at Clarkson, and he's playing against teams like Syracuse and RIT, and he had his eyes open. It was a lot faster, shots coming a lot harder.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably normally seeing Enosburg playing, Richford and Blue Mountain and Lamoille and whatnot. You're seeing that ball come off those kids' foot at 30 miles an hour.
Well, I got to tell you, though, every time we scrimmaged BFA, we walked away with a victory. Those Hornets could play those kids. But
Swinbank's done a great job up there for Enosburg for years with the soccer program. He's got it. He knows how to teach those kids to play soccer and how to come together as a team. And
that's only half his game. That guy's got middle school social studies locked up, too. He's raising some intelligent kids up there. Randy does a great job. Has a good program, good coaches. People like to come back and help him with his clinics and stuff, which is awesome. But small communities takes people like that.
Yeah, no, it does. And you look at Coach Coffey on the back end here for the Comets. What is this? His
25th, maybe?
I was going to say 26, but
you got. But then just go further up the chain, and Dan Marlowe. I know when I was in high school.
Oh yeah, I know Dan Marlowe. When I was in high school, he was the AD for BFA. You had Toby here for how many years?
Right after you get out of Peoria. So, yeah, Toby was 30 years probably, 25. But Marlowe was at MVU when I was in BFA, and then he came to BFA as I was leaving. And we had Bob Ashton before that. But so Marlowe's been in this game for a long time.
Yeah, and that's what it takes for some of these high schools to succeed, is to have a long tenured AD or a hockey coach or a soccer coach.
I mean, it's easy to keep an AD too, because schools are throwing a lot of money at them.
Some schools are, yeah. Some schools definitely are.
I'll tell you that Dan's not doing it for the money. He's doing it for the
community. He's doing it for the love of the community. He's doing it for the love of the student athletes. He was the AD when I was playing soccer and hockey for MVU against BFA. Always, didn't matter what color jersey you were wearing, he would always tell you, good game, nice seeing you, You guys worked hard. Always great.
I'm getting a correction sent in from home because it's one thing when I'm at the game and my wife isn't, she's able to hear me on the broadcast and send me a correction. So I'm going to try to see what I just said in error, folks, and see if I can correct that. But
do you think you can?
I can. Listen. I have been in this game for a while where I put my foot in my mouth or fell in a hole deep enough. I've been able to dig myself out pretty good.
Fully all the way out, or just like head above ground?
Listen, when you get hits like mine, you usually probably don't go all the way in a hole. Your legs drop in, and I kind of the top half is wedged down. I just kind of wiggle a little bit and I come out. But here we got 3 minutes, 58 seconds left for you guys listeners. We could have them shut the sound off, but I think we're having too much fun.
Yeah, no. Back to the community thing. MVU's looking for an athletic director now. Mr. Lumpson's retiring.
There's another guy that's been in the game for a long time.
He's done basketball. He's done soccer.
Okay. Here's my correction, folks. Ray Grattan, I apologize. I said your daughter's name is Jody Flanagan, which is her mom's name is Jody Grattan. But come on, Ray. Her athletic ability came from the Flanagan side. So I was half right, half wrong. And I apologize to you too, Jody.
I didn't even think I didn't catch on.
Well, that was a help.
Props to the wife for that.
Oh, yeah. Kristen's, she's, one thing, what's really good about having a wife, and you know this, is they're always willing to tell you when you're wrong.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
And
no doubt about it.
When they say you're wrong, they're usually right.
But when you're right, do they admit it?
No.
They cover that up.
Selective hearing. It comes and goes. But did you notice who manipulated the net out from underneath the scoreboard today? He hasn't been on the ice all year.
Where is he?
He's in that corner. He's sitting down now. He's probably staring at his phone. That's Corey Cushion, folks, came out on the ice and moved the net to the sideboards for the ice resurfacing.
I didn't even catch him.
He kept his head down. He didn't do any flamboyant.
Normally when we see him, he has to run down here and does the comments end.
He doesn't have to. He just wants to run by us.
Oh.
He likes being acknowledged.
Yeah, he does. He enjoys it.
I think him not being on the ice and his daughter scoring more goals is probably letting him know it's probably a bad thing. Maybe he should stay off the ice. He doesn't want to jinx her.
That could be. She gets her talent from her mom.
Of course.
I give Corey crap all the time about it.
He's got to understand.
Grady and Callie don't get their talent from you. And he'll admit it.
The only time I saw her remotely kind of take after Dad was when she got that 10-minute penalty last year in a scrimmage when she didn't have her mouth guard in.
10-minute penalty for no mouth guard?
The coaches told the refs, we're going to prove a point because, it's a rule. You got to have the mouth guard in. A lot of these kids have them there. They're like a fish hook.
Oh, yeah. My daughter does that now at U12. It's in her mouth, but half of it's in and half of it's out.
Let her know when she gets to high school. It better be. And Callie was coming on the ice for a line change. The puck wasn't even in play. Mouth guard's out of her mouth. She's trying to get it back in, and the ref just blew the whistle. Put her in the box. She was pretty upset. I don't blame her, but it was one of those deals where the coach said, send a message.
Right.
And guess what? We never got another one of those all year.
Hey, that's what you need to do.
Official there, back on the ice. Nets are moving to the respective spots. A few more seconds, and we'll have the girls out here for the third and final period. 6-0 lead by the Comets, and I do expect to see something more offensively from Hartford in this period.
But I think they had, they probably had, out of that 15 minutes of the second period, I was mistaken. They probably had more like 4.5, maybe even 5 minutes of solid offensive zone pressure on the Comets. Couple were right off the bat, and then they had a little spell about midway through, towards the end. But I think you need to see a little more come out of the Comets too. That second period, they were kind of, I wouldn't say sluggish, but they weren't moving their feet. Not all of them. Stewart was moving. Parent was on a roll.
Addie Parent has been playing aggressive.
Castor was going. Fitzgerald was on. She was speeding down several times. But I felt like some of those girls were still a little slow in that second period.
Yeah, Braylon plays about twice her size. Like she's twice her size.
Which, that's a good thing. You want those girls to have that confidence where they can play up. Now he waved the...
today my day is made.
Yep.
Not only do I get to call a game with Joe Saber, but the official on the ice, Mark Giesel, gave me a wave.
His face went from smile from ear to ear. Like now he's all happy. He's giggling up here.
I don't even need to turn my heated vest on this period. We got McGinn out here for the draw, facing off with Barwood. One by McGinn, pulled back towards Smith. But Barwood steps around her, picks a puck up, takes a soft shot in. Lily's covering that up. Great job. Lily is going to cover up a lot of pucks. I think she's a little nervous. This is only her second part of the game she's been in.
Yeah,
so
did she do?
McGinn again wins that draw, brings it back Stewart. Stewart behind the net, looking up ice, and where'd she go? Look, here's that one. It's going to work. Castor's going to make it. Great dive and help right there by Stockwell to keep it to the corner. Castor comes out with it, throws it in. Off of Bowen's stick to the corner. That's the first time, Joel, that home run pass has made it to a player that was going to, but I was nervous seeing that. I see her.
I saw it too.
Castor throwing it back in deep behind the net, picked up by Hayes, but pressured by Ferraro, thrown up to Daniels. Daniels met by a pinch and Stewart. Puck is bouncing across the center of the ice, picked up by Bazin. Bazin throws it out of the zone. Jillian Smith throws it right back in along the old
Parent put pressure in.
Parent's got some wheels. She's in there on a hop. Hartford brings the puck back out by Hayes. Hayes throwing it up ice to Barwood, but Barwood can't handle it. Jillian Matthews takes it, throws it out of the zone. Bazin picks it up, waiting for Barwood to clear up. Puck goes in. Matthews picks it up, throws it across. Stewart goes behind her. Stewart plays it off the boards, up ice to Parent. Parent's got pressure right there.
A little water on the ice.
Barwood coming across the top of the zone, throws one in. High, glove side. Hartford's first goal of the game. Madison Barwood gets a puck. They got caught up in some water on the ice.
Heavy water on the ice right there.
Turned it back the other way and just came across the top of the zone and throws one in. Great shot. Good hard shot.
Yeah, no, that was, tough for Lily to see a shot like that in maybe her second game of the year.
Yeah. Draw one back to Matthews. Matthews over off the boards, but it's going to turn around, come the other way by Zan Leone. Zan Leone gets tied up by Marley Johnson. Puck comes around the corner, tips off the Fitzgerald stick, out of the zone. Here comes Kate Storms. Got a little bit of room. Throws one, trying to throw one in, but loses it in some soft ice again. Chaput takes it away, throws it up. Everyone lost sight of it, but Addie Parent, who steps in and throws it through the crowd, a bunch of bodies, keeps it from getting to Bowen. Marley Johnson keeps it in, throws it a little wide, going to be picked up by Hayes. Hayes throws it up ice to Daniels. Daniels backhands it off the boards. Excuse me, not Daniels. That would be number 9, Zane Leone. Off the boards, but it goes back in. Boy, the Comets are whiffing on a lot of these pucks.
Yeah, the ice isn't set up 100% yet.
Matthews over to Cushion. Cushion coming up ice, but pulled back by Vale. Now you got Chatham Brulette with a puck. Wheeling, coming across. Blue line. She's got some space, and she's going to let it rip here. Hesitates, and Hayes keeps her wide.
She wanted to give it to Gabby, but...
Well, I tell you, though, she was in that. That's her danger zone right there. If Chatham Brulette has got that much space,
you got to go for it.
Room, she can fire that puck, and I'm pretty sure her grandfather showed her how to do that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Or Heidi.
Her brother stands behind her during interviews after the games, too. He's coaching her on the interviews. I mean, Dad just, you know what? Dad knows what he's supposed to do. He stays in the corner.
He stays quiet.
Roulette draws it back to Matthews. Matthews throws it down into the zone. Hartford picks it up, throws it out of the zone, but Marley Johnson steps up, intercepts, kicks it around, but Barwood comes over there. She wants more. Barwood throws it up to Bazin, but Bazin's met by Frades. Bazin gets it back, heads it the other way, throws it into the Comet zone, picked up by Matthews now. Bazin giving pressure with Daniels. Matthews throws another.
There's a lot of water over there.
It's just that sideboards over there. Frades right there doing some battle, but puck comes free, and Bazin is charging in, giving pressure to Matthews. Daniels now on Matthews. Matthews just throws it out of the zone. Barwood takes it, throws it in long. Desatel gloves it to the corner, picked up by Matthews. Coming up ice. Going across ice, looking for cushion off the boards. Great opportunity right there, but just Callie couldn't quite play it clean. Lily Ferraro now fighting with it, pulls it up ice, coming out. Good job by Barwood getting her stick on that, pokes it free.
Well, lost her stick. The stick went all the way down to the Hartford zone.
She's had a hard time hanging on to it. Daniels loses it to, Ferraro loses it to Daniels. Puck thrown in on Desatel.
Yeah, but the stick didn't get thrown that time.
Again, Mara's out there for the draw with Morano, Flynn Morano. Morano draws it back to Hayes. Hayes throws a high shot into Ferraro. Ferraro follows the block and pushes it out of the zone. She's coming into the Hartford zone with it. Hayes is keeping her wide. Gets behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Vale. But McGinn pinches in, takes it away, throws it to the front of the net. Hartford just trying to clear it out of the zone. That was Stockwell just throws it towards the front. Now Zan Leone clears it out. Picked back up by Ferraro. Ferraro dumps it in deep. Going to be picked up by Stockwell. Nope. Hayes gets there first. Hayes comes up, throwing off the boards, intercepted by another pinch in defense right there. Great job, Stewart. But it still comes out. And here we go. Zan Leone coming in, steps around Smith. Smith puts enough ball down and slows her up. Puck goes to the corner. Zan Leone throws it behind the net to a nice Comet skater who's Isabel Stewart coming up ice with it.
Stewart's on fire tonight.
She does a great job getting the puck out of the zone. Puck is now in the Hartford zone, picked up by Chaput. Chaput's throwing across ice for Bazin. Bazin one-touch passes over to Vale. Vale's got pressure by Fitzgerald. Puck gets to Stewart. Stewart gets it out of the zone. It's going to go to the length of the ice. They're waving it off. Look at the speed Parent is putting into that. Loses the edge, goes into the corner, but she takes a Hartford player with her. Out of the corner comes Frades. Back into the front, but here comes Daniels.
Fitzgerald came out of the corner with the puck.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, missing a one. Daniels throws it to the front to Bazin. Bazin throws one in on Lily Desatel. A lot of scrum. Puck goes to the side. Pulled out by Fitzgerald, but it's intercepted by Bazin. Another high shot right at Lily Desatel's head. She gloves it down. Bazin trying to throw it out front, but great pressure by Stewart, keeping her at bay. And here comes Marley Johnson with the puck, chased by Daniels. Throws it off a stick. No icing. It's going to go into the Hartford zone. Chaput giving chase with Fitzgerald. Hayes now has it. Throws it up ice to Daniels. Daniels has it. She's got Bazin across ice and looking for her. But Storms gets her stick on it, comes back to Daniels. Daniels loses it. Marley Johnson throws it up ice. Offsides right there. Dump in by Barwood onto Daniel's stick. They got some more hop in here.
The Hartford does, definitely.
They got that goal and they're invigorated.
Yep.
That's
what a goal does. That's a big word for you.
You want me to explain that word to you?
No, I understand it, but
okay.
do you know how to use it properly?
Sometimes. A lot of times words come out by accident. Like, oh yeah, that was the right one. Pushing with a wheel and gets some speed coming into the Hartford zone. Another nice step around there. Takes a fire. A little wide of the net. Skated around, she put and let it fly, but it comes out of the zone. Great job right there by Zan Leone. Gets it all the way down. Matthews will play it behind the net. Pressured by Reno and Zan Leone. Gets over onto Vale's stick. Vale throws it across front of it. No one's there. Picked up by Zan Leone. Throws a high shot over the front area of the goal. Picked up by Frades. Frades bumped off the puck by Zan Leone. Into the zone. Good pressure. Vale has it now. Coming up ice with it. Trying to throw it up. Good pressure again by Frades. Marley Johnson picks it up at their own blue line, steps into the Hartford zone. She's going to fire one a little wide.
Yeah, I think they got a little piece of Hartford defense on the way through.
Puck thrown to the front of the net, but it's going to be picked up by Hartford. Skated out by...
Just out of the reach of Callie Cushion.
Good job by Chaput getting that out of the zone. Cushion throwing it back to Matthews, gets past Matthews. She's got to retreat. Throws it back up boards to Frades. Frades stalled with it a little bit, and then she's throwing it across ice, but it's going to be intercepted by Bazin. Bazin steps past one and then dumps it in and chases. Marley Johnson behind the net with the puck. Pressure by Bazin. Emma putting good pressure on her, but Frades is there to help out. Frades picks puck up now, steps by two skaters. Clears the Comet zone. She's on her own horse now. Taking it in, she's getting past Hayes gets in the corner. Hayes keeps it wide, throws it back in front of the net, but no one's there except Barwood. Barwood comes out, bangs off a body, stays with the puck, throws it in. Wide of Lily. Can be picked up by Stewart. Stewart retreats behind the net. She's good pressure right there, but she throws it high and out of the zone. Picked up by 18. Stockwell throws it back in. Hartford clears up. Smith across ice to Stewart. Stewart off the boards, too strong.
Yeah, not the right angle. Right idea, just not the right angle on the board.
Yeah, she had
what
Castor and Ferraro both over there streaking, but I mean, not even you, Joe Serry, would have caught that pass.
If I slid, I would have.
That was only if you hit the ice hard enough where the puck actually bounced up on end. Yeah. McGinn and Barwood on the draw. McGinn wins it, gets into the corner. Chad and Burlette picks it up, goes behind the net, looking up ice. She's got Ferraro way down, and she's going to go a long pass off the board. It's great. There it is.
There's the angle.
Good pass, gets in behind Chaput, but Chaput is able to recover and keep her into the wide corner.
They put Chatham back on defense. Who do they switch with?
No, she's still up there.
Oh, no.
But Chatham's off the ice now. So Castor's back on the point. You got Stewart over there and Smith. They're going to be our points. Oh, look at that tip.
That was a nice tip.
Did that shot come off Castor's stick or Jillian Smith? One of the two.
One of them.
Beautiful tip by Lily Ferraro. I mean, that was a 45-degree redirect. You see that degree, too?
Wow. I'm surprised you could catch that from up here.
115 degree, not a 45.
115?
115, kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Carpenter can tell you.
Why
that
did you
if
say
want.
180?
That's a full turnaround. But shots going in right at Nella Bowen's pads, and Ferraro gets her stick on it and shoots it back across the grain between the goalie and the pipes. Addie Parent with the draw, won by Moreno. Kick to the sideboard here, pushed into the Comet zone. Moreno throws it in towards the front of the net. Stewart picks it up, pops it out of the zone off of Fitzgerald's stick, picked up by Hayes. Hayes now back up ice. Great job by Vale to pass it past Stewart and up to Moreno. Moreno's into the zone, but she's going a little too deep now. She's got a bunch of Comets coming back with a great back check. Puck thrown in front of that and picked up by Fitzgerald. Wow, backhands out across the front. I don't think Moreno was ready for that, which is good. It is out of the zone, and here comes Ann Leone back in. Throwing one, trying to throw it through Jillian Smith's pads, but no go. Knocked down, picked up again, throwing it Lily. Patted down in front, pushed to the side by Fitzgerald.
Yep,
Smith is coming
go.
to the box. Smith is getting a little aggressive.
I was waiting for it.
Elbow, can't keep extending that elbow off the body.
So Castor got the shot on that one.
That was
the
an
assist.
Great shot, too. I mean, face-off is going to be to the blocker side of Desautel. Hartford will be on a power play. Hartford's going to be on the power play here with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left. Sorry, folks, I've been cutting out. I think I had my mic placed in the wrong spot. Usually my mouth is big enough it sucks it back in. But puck is behind the net now. Hartford's going to wheel it back to the top. Off a deflection. Oh, Hayes kept it in, but was able to get some pressure on it by Cushing to keep it a little bit unsettled for Hartford. Hartford still maintains possession of the puck. Barwood with it behind the net. Coming up, she's trying to go through too many bodies right there looking for Hayes.
She's
Comets clear it. Has the other end. 5 minutes left in the period. 7-1 Comet lead. Excuse me. Frady's comes in deep, picks the puck up, wheels it, just throws it back to the front, but it goes past Cushing. Picked up by Barwood. She ices it. She had 2 feet to go to get across that red line. They're tired.
I feel like they're tired, but they're also panicking because they don't know what they need to do to stop the Comets.
Their initial setup for the power play, they had control of the puck. They did a good job. They just needed to slow down a little more and keep more patience.
Poise.
Yeah.
Poise.
That last pass that came through wasn't needed.
She was rushing, trying to get a shot from the point. Hold on to it for another second. Wait for that perfect pass.
But, they're just trying to make a lot happen in a little time.
Right.
Face-off won by Barwood. Thrown back in the corner. Jen Leone just slaps it. Trying to get out of the zone. She's got Barwood sneaking out behind the defense. Puck back in front of net. McGinn, wicked shot right off of Bowen. Bowen doing a great job staying in front of the puck today. You got Stewart diving deep again. She's below the goal line. Trying to come up with a puck. Good pressure by Hartford on Stewart. Now you got Bazin in there, trying to push it past McGinn. McGinn's wonderful job keeping it inside the blue line now, sent back behind the Hartford goal line. Hayes follows it around the corner, picks it up to Zanleone. Zanleone now throws across ice to Bazin. Bazin's got Byward on the far side. Byward's going to come back. Oh, she could not quite get a handle on it. This is where they got to settle down now. They're in the zone.
Settle.
Byward with the puck. Comes across to Hayes. Hayes looking for a one-time stop shot. Really pads it to the corner. Picked up by Stewart. Throws it out, but it's kept. No, it wasn't kept in.
No.
I thought
She was about a foot outside the blue line when she stopped that puck. It was right below you. You couldn't see it.
Joe, I'm 5'5". I'm standing in front of a 4-foot railing that's got a 1.5 foot shelf, and I got a belly. I just had a surgery on it. I can't get over there. I need to be another foot taller.
We got a milk crate here. Right there.
Will, the cameraman for the other night, was sitting on milk crates and looked like a sniper took him out in the second period. He fell right off those milk crates. I'm not trying that. Dennis is doing a great job staying on his feet today, though. Will, if you're watching, Dennis hasn't fallen once today. Camera's been right on. Face off.
Yeah, but how did Will have the milk crate set up? Side by side or
just like Dennis?
Oh.
And that camera we had a lot of the net there in that second period when he went down. Face off pushed through towards the Hartford players and but came back into the Comet zone where Matthews throws it the length of the ice. Hartford just trying to throw the puck out of their own rather than possess it. Storms now behind the net with the puck. Throws it back up to Marley Johnson. Marley Johnson skates to the center. Gets clean ice. Over to Matthews. Matthews throws it towards the net. A bunch of bodies. There it is. Another tip puck. Never know. It's going to be cleared out by Chaput. Chaput over to Zanleone. Zanleone retreating back behind the net. Nope. Curl on at the goal and coming right back up the way she came. Steps past Storms. But Marley Johnson pushes it back in. Johnson now with the puck coming out of the corner. A lot of blue bodies. You're not going to get through them all. And here comes Hayes with it. Trying to get out of the blue line, but Hattie Parent stepping in. Now, Marley Johnson grabs it from blue line, throws it in deep. Fitzgerald giving chase to Chaput. Chaput up ice, but it gets kept in by Matthews. And here comes Hayes with a beautiful pass up ice to Zanleone. Zanleone in deep. Hattie Parent putting pressure on her. Parent loses her feet. Zanleone still on her feet. Throws the puck behind the net. Going over to Vale. Vale's trying to toss it back to the center, but it's going to be cleared out by Parent. Parent gets it to the blue line and off she puts stick, and it does clear. Here comes Fitzgerald with the puck. Across the red line.
Changing.
Throwing deep, 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. Comet's coming out with a full line. Marley Johnson stays on ice as well as Cushion. Actually, Cushion came on earlier, excuse me. Now Frady's with the puck. Crosses the red line, loses it. Picked up by Vale. Vale going across ice looking for Daniels. Excuse me, that wasn't Vale, that was Bazin. 5 and 9. Emma clears the zone with it, pushes up towards Comet end. Emma Bazin with the puck now, loses it at the blue line. Here comes Brulette. Chatham turns around, bounces off Barwood, loses it, and Hayes throws it back towards Comet end, but Stewart is there to pick it up, throws one in on Howell. The ball
Cushing's going into the corner to get it.
Hayes now backhands it back towards Chaput.
Smith went down low. Keep it in.
Jillian Smith below the goal line now. Chasing Hayes. Hayes throws it up the boards looking for Daniels, but Stewart pinches in again. Now Stewart's getting pinched to the boards by Hayes. Now, that's one of those deals where you better know what kind of sandwich you're biting into because Stewart is one strong girl. But Hayes is no slouch either. Puck comes back up to the blue line. Stewart, nice little wheel trying to free up from Daniels, and she's going deep again with the puck. Great job by Isabel Stewart on a charge in Daniels. Behind the goal line, taps it back up to Frady's, top of the circle. Frady throws one toward the net. It's deflected. Hayes backhands it up ice. Gets it looking for Daniels, but Frady's back checks, pulls it away. She's wheeling, coming up ice. Frady's wants that puppy. Here she comes, crossing center ice into the zone. Met by Hayes, who takes it off her stick, throws it the other way, and Daniels picks it up and tries to throw it in the zone, but Jillian Smith is there to pick it up and hits Cushion. Cushion curls around Daniels and throws it up ice and hits Stewart on the far blue line. Stewart stepping past Hayes, using her arm, great strength, throws it to the front. Great effort right there. Stewart with using her arm to fend off Chaput and backhands it to
Chatham definitely didn't get all that shot on as she wanted to.
She rushes a little bit. You can tell when she gets a little excited.
She pulls the trigger a little, I wouldn't say premature, but she wants to put that puck in the back of the net.
I mean, her game is improving so much, and she's learning that new position, and she's doing a great job.
Yeah, she's doing a phenomenal job playing center.
Miley Johnson throwing it back towards the crowd. It's going to be kicked out of the zone by Moreno. He goes off a Comet body. He goes the length of the ice. No icing. Zanleone putting pressure on Matthews. Has the puck. Throws it back around the corner. Moreno throws it back towards the front of the net. Zanleone's there, but it tips behind the net. Miley Johnson's there.
4 seconds left.
Good pressure. The clock is going to wind this one down before their shot. There you have it, folks. The Hartford Hurricanes make a 2-hour run up to the interstate to face the BFA Comets, and the Comets come away with a 7-1 victory. A lot of girls got some ice time, including our goalies, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And they're all really showing a great nose for the net. Hartford's got some very talented players. Who just
I think if it was if they had a couple more girls where they could rotate that third line more frequently, they would probably sustain pressure better. Yeah. That's a lot of game for 2 lines.
A lot of ice. Last year, I mean, they lost a few to prep school. Braylon Park, I think was a freshman last year.
Yep.
She's just an amazing player. She's off, I think, playing at Kimball. I'm not quite sure if that's accurate, but they have a lot of talented players on that team. They just don't have the depth. They come up.
And I think if they had 2, even 1 more player,
yeah,
I think it would be a lot different game for the Comets. But obviously the Comets played very, very strong today, and I think they held their own in their zone when they needed to. Their defensive zone or offensive zone coverage was great. They put a lot of pucks on net, put a lot of pressure on Bowen. She had some great saves, and I think for the Comets, their big takeaway is both their goalies got more game experience.
Yes. That and in front of the opposing team's net, they are getting to the net where they're supposed to be. They're getting clean ice. So when they get a rebound that bounces back out, they're there to put it in the net.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what you want as a coach. You want to drive the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah.
You got to get to the front of the net after a shot. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you are U8s, coaches, if you're listening, teach those kids to do that now.
Right.
Whether you're a freshman in high school or a senior in high school, whether you're not going to the next level or you're already at that level, you got to crash the net. If a defenseman or a forward puts that puck on net, go to the net, pick up that rebound.
Don't wait for it to happen, make it happen.
Yeah. And that's been coaching this year back on the ice after a little hiatus. That's our big message to my daughter's team. You put pucks on the net, you go to the net. You got to crash that net.
Yeah.
Puck ain't going to just go in by itself. You got to go do the work.
Right. In the first 3-4 games of the season, probably 5 games of the season, the kids were still not aware of what they should be doing out there, and they're getting it now. They've obviously worked on it in practice, and they're really showing the last few games what they need to do.
And I think that's, like you said, the first 3, 4, maybe even 5 games, you got that young squad coming up. You're loaded with freshmen and sophomores. It takes them a while to realize on what they got to do, what the game plan needs to be. And obviously Coffey and the coaching staff has done their job because it's changed from the first 5 games.
Yeah.
Now they're going to the net. They're going hard. They're getting those rebounds. They're putting that puck in the back of the net.
Yep. 4 seniors, 2 juniors, and then the rest are freshmen, and sophomores. And
so it's heavy on the young scale, but years to come, this team is going to be pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah. They're really building on something. And we got a big road game Saturday. We head down to play Spalding. Spalding/Northfield, they call it, but I know they got some Randolph players, too. And they always play each other hard. It's gonna be a
that's
game.
been I wouldn't say a rivalry, but pretty close to it for quite a few years.
Yeah, Barrie and St. Albans, whether they want to admit it or not, they're similar towns. Same type of makehood. Lunch pail type of kids go to the rink and play hockey.
Yeah, and that cold, that's a cold rink.
Yeah.
You better hope the temperatures are at least in the 20s, because if not, it's going to be cold.
Joe, I've got more thermal. I got a heavy thermal wrap on this body.
Yeah.
My body was not built for marathons. It's built for sitting in rinks. And
so last year, my son's state tournament was down there, and that's in late February, and it was in the teens outside.
Yeah.
With no wind chill, and then I was standing in the bleachers, and I actually just happened to turn around and look at the wall, and there's holes everywhere.
Back when I played, there wasn't steel walls.
That was Stowe for me. Back when I played, Stowe had a blue tarp and chain link fence around.
Yeah, and when all the guys said, "Hey, they got a bunch of men's league guys, want us to go play there? What, you want to go?" No. It's a cold day up there.
Stowe was. I remember playing one year. It was a New Year's Eve tournament. Stowe had with a wind chill in Stowe. It was like minus 25.
Yeah. They don't need to build an air. Just let the wind blow. They don't need a compressor.
And we played 5 minutes, went in the locker room for 5 minutes, come out, play 5 minutes, go in the locker room for 5 minutes. I think I had 3 pairs of gloves on underneath my hockey gloves.
When the beer in the locker room started freezing, the game's over. Time to go home.
Well, I was at the age where not necessarily had beer in the locker room. We had beer on the way home for my dad and one of the coaches.
Oh, yeah. The old trips back from New York, my dad and Norm Lovelet used to buy the beer, and Johnny and I would sit in the back, and you guys didn't get us a soda after the game? And we're looking at the cases of beer because it was cheaper, no deposit paid. Before Joe and I sign off, I want to reach out to thank our sponsors again, and let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash and Clean and Clear, Northwest Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stones Auto Repair with St. Albans and East Fairfield locations, and Collins Prairie Sports and Fitness Center. And if your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. And if you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in the community that can help. Just reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line of 802-524-6554, and then press 1. Or you can always just call or text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. But I want to thank you again, Joe, for coming up.
Hey, no problem. I'll be here next home game.
I know the fans, fans like to hear me breathing normally and not breathing heavy because I'm talking too much. And thank you, Dennis, for manning the camera. Another great job as always. And we'll see you guys at our next home game in about a week. And,
yes.
Root on the Comets as they go down and play Spalding in their home barn, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a victory. They're undefeated. They're 9-0, but they haven't really played a team with teeth, and I got a feeling they're going to see some teeth Saturday.
Yeah, Daughter's here. We got the Maple City face-off tournament between Collins Prairie, Highgate, Carnes, and Leddy this weekend for the 12U. Well, all 12U, 10U, and 14U T4 teams. And then my boys play in Maha on Saturday.
So there you go, folks. You don't need to stay home. Come on out to the rink and cheer on this area youth. But this is Dave Jackson, Joe Severy, and Dennis on the camera. Bid you adieu.
Have a good day.
Dennis can get home now. Warm up.
Now I gotta go to my wife's new business and put it in the door.
What do you got?
Oh, she's moving her spot.
Where's she going?
Hungerford Plaza.